Let's get this party started. Just waiting for the live to come up. Okay, good. Make it public. There we go. It's been a little while since I've been live, and I wanted to have a chat with everybody and see how everybody's doing. Very surreal times. I always think it's getting different or something's softening or whatever, but it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and the intensity goes up. Had a lot of like cold and flu-like assumption symptoms the last little while. Just felt really body achy and tired all the time. When I go out in public, it intensifies. There's just lots of stuff going on out there. It's all okay. And then just little waves of emotions. I'm not even sure they're mine, and feelings like I'll just feel like a terrified sensation out of the blue, and it's not even mine. Nothing's happening to cause it or whatever. It'll just pop into my awareness. Anxiousness, grief, having to cry out of the blue. These are all signs of new light percolating through our field. There's lots of stuff going on with the sun, the sunspots, new energies. You can see it in the Schumann resonance. All these new energies are just shaking up everything. And where I am here in Calgary, Canada, the temperatures are like frigidly cold, -24°C. That's getting down to like 0 Fahrenheit. So there's stuff going on. It's just pushing us into our cocoon, and it's closing things off. But at the same time, we're just getting like, I don't even know how to describe it, because some of it is X-ray based, but we're just getting X-rayed with light, and it's going into our life. It's going into everything inside of us, and it's just purging and percolating and making shifts within us. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. So I called it exploring light from within light. So I want people to maybe become aware that we are light. Our mind, photons, light, etc., are a projection of who we are. So whatever our beliefs are, whatever we've been taught, whatever defines us, I'm sexy or I'm not sexy, or I'm fat or I'm skinny, or I'm bald, or I'm got lots of hair, I got a goatee or I don't got a goatee. These are all things that load into our projector, which is our mind, and we become this avatar based on what our beliefs are. And most people wouldn't understand that or accept that. They'd say that that's not true, or not see that deep into themselves. But literally, we're light, and light and love are synonymous, at least in my world right now. So love and projecting love, projecting light is kind of a sum total of what we believe about ourselves. So if we feel we're good people and we have integrity and we care for other people, and how we respond when we get triggered, all these things are the light that we shine out to other people. So we could sit and be angry or go dark or walk away or be in frustration or whatever, or we can choose to respond in a loving way and be appreciative and say, hey, how are you? And this isn't working out, or can we have a discussion? So we're constantly right now being asked to go into the light, and we're getting light shone into us from the universe, from photonic light, X-ray light, all these different layers that are coming from the sun, and it's part of the awakening process. So it's shining into us, and we're seeing new dark parts of ourselves with the light that's coming into us. So in those dark corners where we have triggers or trauma or frustration, we've typically kind of cut those parts of away of ourselves kind of stashed our inner child that's angry about those things in the corner, and they don't get to see a lot of light because that's what we consider the ugly, dark, the angry, frustrated, triggered parts of ourselves. So the light is now shining in, and now we're seeing these little percolations of all these different sensations, feelings, etc. And they all need to be felt, because once the light exposes them and they're in your conscious awareness, they can't stay there. They can't stay broken. This is the awakening process. They can't stay hurt. We're going to have to go in and tend to that angry, frustrated part of ourselves. Ask it questions. Ask things that probe into why it's angry, why it's frustrated, why you don't want to go there, why this part of us is stuck in a cage and isn't allowed to come out. And then we start to see that it's parts of us. And it was put there by, I wouldn't say mistake, but we just pushed it away. People around us told that those weren't good parts of us, that they scared them, etc. And so we kind of put them away. And to get back to wholeness, to get back to our full light, we have to go in and see where the shadow is. And it's not always fun, but I'm going to tell you right now, the quicker we can acknowledge that part of ourselves and that it's in darkness and that there's sadness and pain and suffering and anxiety with that part that's been locked away, if we start to feel those feelings, they're going to very rapidly start to change. And we can't just throw them in the garbage can and say, okay, I never really meant to have those experiences or whatever. They're all parts of us. So if we can go and shine the light onto that and then realize that even more light's going to come on, like literally you put something in shadow and say it's not part of you, you've literally cut 20% of yourself off of you. And so what I'm suggesting now is take that 20% of you, give it a shower, give it a bath. It's sometimes that dirty inner child that you just got to wipe the face clean and give it a good bath and some nice shampoo. And that child is wanting to be a child again. It wants to be excited. It wants to be happy, but it's going to have to tell you about some stuff where it felt abused or it felt unhappy or it felt not respected. And all you can do is just kind of sit with that child on your lap and just start to talk and start to see what comes up. And no matter what comes up, let it all be okay. And if it's too hard, then take a breath and pause and just say, hey, I got to go deal with this right now. I got to breathe, or I got to cry, or whatever, and then come back to that child. Your emotions to that inner child, that broken off piece of yourself, are literally exactly what it's looking for to finally be seen. So shining your light repeatedly on it. It's messy, it's dirty, it's the parts of us that we're told that weren't good, but in most cases, those are actually the innocent, pure, loving little parts of us, our inner child, and they're just waiting to be heard and seen by us. The whole world hasn't seen them, but now all of a sudden, if we as an adult can see them, we start to create this resonance with each other, and beauty things can happen. A lot of times that little inner child is been treated very poorly by ourselves. We did not know how to deal with it, and it was like always scary, and that part of me was always angry. That part of me wanted to lash out. It's normal. It's there. We all have it, whether or not we want to admit it or not. But the quicker we can go in and give it that mother or father influence that maybe we didn't get as a child, or from a past lover, or from a teacher, or somebody back in our wounded age, if we can get those people or those parts of us understood and respected, something really magic starts to happen, because that little playful child starts to reactivate and wants to be part of your life and wants to trust you and wants to kind of be there with you and know that you have the ability to protect them. You have the ability to shine light into them, to wash their face off and clean them. And just imagine, it's like all this muck coming off from hundreds of years, hundreds of lifetimes, all stuck in this little child. And you're just taking the sprayer in the shower with some nice warm water and some nice bath soaps or whatever, and cleaning this child off. And that's you. That's your child. Feel that little glow inside start to come, and that ember start to inflate in the heart of this child as you breathe on it and give it a chance to be heard. That's our light. That's us exploring light with light. So now these light parts of us got put away and told they were bad somewhere. They weren't actually bad, and they turned supposedly dark, but they're actually more of our light because we didn't accept them. And what if the innocent parts of yourself were never accepted? Can you ever really be back to truly innocent and pure again? Can you go back to feeling really love and light every day without those parts of yourself? So these are all facets of what's showing up right now with all this light, all this purging, all this craziness going on in the world. We're finding ourselves. We can get focused on the outside and really get lost in what's going on in the world, or we can start to look inside and make a safe home for our soul, for all of us, the little child parts of us, the adult parts of us, all the parts. And as we shine more light and we let more and more light come out of us, literally as we shine light from within, stuff that's shadow is going to start percolating, and it's going to show up, and you're going to become more light. And it's now all of a sudden less from the outside and more from the inside. That little burning ember of that little child is starting to grow out, and all of a sudden all your angers and your frustrations and your this didn't work out, that didn't work out, all of a sudden start to become okay. And then you start connecting more and more to God, and you start connecting more and more to the light, and everything starts to shift, because we start finding that all these things that we thought were bad maybe just got put on the back burner for a little while. It gave us a chance to see ourselves in a new way, or to kind of hold back our innocence in time of the world where everything was kind of dark and cloying. And now all of a sudden that innocent little child gets to start to percolate again and starts to smile. And that's the light, and that's love. And once you find that part and you start to trust those parts of yourself, then you just get this bliss feeling. You get this excitement feeling like, holy cow, what have I just found a new friend or whatever, but that's a part of you. So keep this in mind, that we're getting washed in light right now. A lot of shit is coming up. Just sit with it, smile at it, feel all the emotions. Nothing's bad, everything's good. Smile, be happy, be excited, play, and magic's going to happen. Because otherwise it's a lot of suffering, it's a lot of pain, and you didn't really come here to suffer and be in pain. You came here to witness yourself, to work through, to learn, to polish up all your rough edges and become the infinite being you've been ever planned here to be. You came here for that purpose. You've been a lot of lifetimes. This is a cleanup lifetime like there's never been before. So we're going in and we're having to look at everything, and that's okay. And it's scary. It's a little messy, but you're going to find out by the time you get to the end of it, you're going to love yourself so much. You're going to love everything. All of a sudden, all the things that you want in your world are going to start showing up because you're worthy of them. There's not any part of you pushing away and saying, nope, can't have that. Nope, nope, you're not good enough. Because you've done the work. So anyways, I hope this helps, and I hope you can feel it percolating inside. Dive into it, look into everything. Nothing's bad, nothing's scary, nothing's caused by the darkness anymore. It's all about you, and it's all about you starting to shine through all that kind of stuff and accept that you're worthy, you're powerful, you deserve everything and anything. So keep shining like the light, and I love you lots. And if you ever get stuck, send a message. We can work through anything. So love you all. Have a good night. Bye. See you soon.